When I started this channel, I promised myself this wasn't going to be a platform for moaning, and I've been pretty good at sticking to that rule. And as you know, if you've been following this channel, I recently installed a Ring alarm, which is an absolutely fantastic product. And that really was in part because it had just been released in the UK and I'm a home automation nut, but also the 30-ish pounds that I'd been paying for 24/7 ADT monitoring really was starting to feel like old rope for new money. And frankly, I didn't think it was good value in any way, shape or form. The box was looking old and tired and tatty, and I did consider upgrading to ADT. But the thing that really clinched it was the inability to change configuration settings, easily move sensors myself. There's a thing called an installer code, which they were never going to provide to me, that every menu that I got to, every setting that was disable a zone, move a sensor, and install or enter your installer code. So I decided to cancel the contract. And like other services like Sky, we went through the usual shenanigans of we can take £5 or £10 a month out of the cost. My normal response, which is, have you been overcharging me for the last 5 years? Oh, no, Mr. Churchard, none of that makes a whole heap of sense to me. So we decided to cancel it. That was relatively painless, but not completely. The bit that really grind my gears and really is evidence of pretty appalling customer service was the deactivation of the alarm. Clearly, these things have a battery backup in them for a myriad of sensible reasons. There's no on-off switch, again, for a myriad of sensible reasons. These things also have tamper alarms in them typically. So when I cancelled the service, the chap that I spoke to, I said, can I get the alarm deactivated? Yes, we can do that, but there is an engineering fee for that. We have to send an engineer out to your property to do that. Okay, how much is that? £75. Wow. So I've been an ADT customer for, I think, about 6 years. It was £25, went up a few months ago to £30. I mean, do that maths. That's a phenomenal amount of money, running into the thousands. I've cancelled the service because a competitor has, quite frankly, released something that's better, that's more flexible, that I can configure myself, and for the £8 a month that I was already paying for unlimited uploads of my Ring security camera footage, I can have 24/7 monitored alarm, exactly the same service with a SIM backup, and get a phone call if the alarm goes off. Notwithstanding that, I'm going to get an alert on my phone. It's just better, and I'm going to save myself £30 a month. And for the pleasure of that, you're going to charge me £75 to turn the thing off. So I made a fuss, got escalated to a more senior customer service manager who said, no, that's not right. An engineer will be able to talk you through what to do over the phone. Got that call organised, got on the phone with what is a pretty obnoxious engineer, it's fair to say, who immediately started telling me that what I'd been told was wrong, and it's an engineering visit, and it's £75. My wife's had a number of these conversations as well, and I don't know if ADT subcontract their engineering work out. I suspect that they do. Therefore, you're talking to someone who's effectively doing themselves out £75 by telling you how to do their job on the phone. So 2 or 3 more times we went round this cycle, slightly different version of the story each time. ADT couldn't make up their mind whether we owned the kit, whether we'd rented the kit. I'm pretty sure that we own it. A ridiculous conversation that said, so I've cancelled the contract, I can just continue to use the alarm. Yes, you can. But isn't it your property? You've just told me that it's your property. That's right. Okay, well, wouldn't you come and collect your property? No, that's chargeable at £75. At which point I had to say to them, listen to yourselves. You're telling me that I can continue to use your property indefinitely at no cost, and if I want you to come and collect said property that belongs to you, I've got to pay you £75 for the pleasure. It doesn't make any form of sense at all. It makes no sense whatsoever. So I got so fed up with this, you can imagine what I did. I got my screwdriver out, I got a big pillow ready to plunge the alarm into it to muffle the noise should it go off. Much to my surprise, when I'd removed the 2 bottom screws and opened the top up, there was no tamper alert inside that box. There was nothing at all. In fact, the first thing I saw was a rather large battery that I disconnected and immediately shut the alarm down. Of course, we then got a phone call from ADT saying that we'd had a tamper alert. I think a tamper alert is a stretch of the term. Clearly the alarm is just off the network, it's disconnected because the bloody thing is powered down. I removed it from the wall, pulled all the sensors out and went on with my day. Now, why ADT couldn't have just told me, just undo 2 screws on the bottom, lift the front panel up, you'll see the battery, you can pull it out. Crooks, just trying to make money out of a job that's so routine, a teenager or a child could have done it. 75 quid to come and remove 2 screws, pull a battery out, remove another couple of screws that attach it to the wall and pull some sensors off of the wall, when I've already spent in excess of 1,000 quid for a monitored service that you do effectively nothing for. It's daylight robbery, guys. So clearly, I'd normally like to say that this video is highly recommended. I can't say that. There wasn't really a decent alternative at the time, 6 years ago when I got it. There were DIY alarms, and perhaps rather stupidly, I was a bit skeptical of them. I wanted the house to be secure. I wanted the family to be safe. That was important to me. So I felt, and I suspect that the vast majority of people do, a level of security and comfort that comes from the fact that you're buying from a legitimate company like ADT. Guys, Blockbuster went under because they were charging more for late return fees than they were for renting the videos out and wouldn't go digital. HMV went bust despite a consultant in the 80s telling them that they needed to go digital. They scoffed at that consultant and said stupid things like people will always want to buy records in a record shop. And a rather large travel company has recently gone bust because they still had a bunch of shops and were still printing glossy leaflets and just couldn't maintain a cost base and a cash flow that kept them competitive with online retailers. ADT, if you don't do something, many people will follow in my footsteps and you won't be around for much longer either. So I'm sorry guys, a massive grumble. I would steer well clear of ADT. There is a whole heap of better solutions available on the market. Save your cash, go and do something a whole heap more fun and a whole heap more cost effective. So there we go guys. As always, I hope you're really well wherever in the world you are. Please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.